You are especially welcome to this segment of the program. Inuagata no Sahai is still my name, and I'm here to add value to your day. And my conversation with you this morning is on the topic potential to profit. Potential to profit. Now, potential in very simple terms are your God-given natural abilities. Your potential also your learned abilities, learned abilities. Your potentials are your educational, competency, what you have gone to school to study. These are your potentials. Now, the value of potential is in its ability to solve problems in its environment. Potential is valueless to the possessor or the owner of the potential if the potential is not solving problems. And potential solving problems is being able to create products and services from that potential. So, as a young person out there, as an educated person out there, remember I just said that your potentials are your natural God-given abilities. Your potential are your educational, qualifications or what you're going to study, your area of discipline. Your potentials are the skills you have learned, learned abilities. These are your potentials. And those potentials would only be of value if it is solving problems for people and then solving problems or providing solutions to, to organizations. And so the topic is potential to profit. The best way to convert your potential to profit is when you have a solution vision for that potential. In other words, what are the problems I can provide solutions to with these natural God-given potentials? There are some of you out there, you don't need to necessarily go to a catering school before you can cook very well. There are some of you out there, you have these natural convincing abilities. Now, these abilities, these natural abilities, in addition to the educational area of discipline you have gone to school to study, in addition to the skills you have learned probably for 6 months, for 1 year, these are problem-solving abilities. So you need to ask yourself, what kind of problem in my environment can I solve with these potentials? What kind of solution can I create out of this potential to solve problems for people and to solve problems for organizations? Now, solution is everything. Money will always flow in the direction of solution. Money will always flow in the direction of value. Business is the transaction of value. Business is the exchange of value. You will bring valuable solutions to people, to organizations, to systems, and then as they embrace it, they also give you value in return called payment. This is so important. Business is the exchange of value. Business is a transaction of value. So for those your natural giftings, those your natural potentials, for them to yield profit for you, you need to have a solution vision, a value vision. What kind of solution can I create out of this potential, this ability, this competency, these skills for the people and organizations in my environment that will also bring value, back to me as well. Remember, I define business as the transaction of value, the exchange of value. You provide solution to my needs, probably to my clothing need, probably to my health need, probably to my, transportation need, probably to my financial need, my banking needs, and then I also pay you in return, and then you get value. We have just exchanged value. So it is very important you sit with yourself. This area of discipline I've gone to the university or higher institution to train myself in is a potential. What kind of problem can I solve with it? Asking yourself, having that solution vision for your potential is you asking yourself, what kind of business or career can I create out of this potential? What kind of enterprise can I create out of this potential? It's so important. There is no profession. There's, they tell you that there are some courses or disciplines in the higher institution. There are professional courses and all the rest. There is no field, there is no discipline that doesn't have an entrepreneurial dimension to it, no matter what you study. Every field, every discipline has an entrepreneurial dimension to it. So you need to sit with yourself, especially in the kind of environment where we are today, whereby getting job is not very easy. It's not very easy. So you ask yourself, this natural potential that I have, this educational competency that I have acquired, what kind of enterprise can I create out of it? What kind of solution can be better out of it for organization, for people in my environment? This is so important. Remember, potential is only of value when it is solving problems for the needs in your environment, when it is solving problems for people, when it is solving problems for organizations. This is so important. This is just so important. Sit with yourself and begin to have this internal dialogue with yourself. Get a notepad or get a pen and a paper, and then just start asking yourself, these giftings that I have, this natural potential, what are the businesses that can come out of it? What are the service and products that can come out of it? Because having a solution vision for your potential is you asking yourself, what kind of product and services can be created out of this potential? What kind of product and services can be created out of this talent and this academic competency that I possess? This is the way to go, especially in these contemporary times, whereby getting job securing appointment is very, very challenging. So you need to begin to think along this line. Have a solution vision for your potential. Having a solution vision, I will continue to reiterate, is you creating products and services out of those potentials. So what kind of product, what kind of service, can I create from my potential? This is just so important. Sit with yourself and then you ignite something important out of it. And let me also add this morning that going into business, the first thing you require is not necessarily a shop or an office. If you have the finance to get that set up, there is no problem. But the first thing you need is knowing who your customers are, knowing where they are, and then knowing how to reach them, how to get the product and services to them. This is just so critical and important, so that you're not having the required resources to get an office, to get a shop, as the case may be, will not be a hindrance to you. Know who your customers are, know where they are, and then know how to reach them. It's very important. Sit with yourself and ask yourself, what kind of enterprise can be bettered out of my potential, out of my talent, out of my expertise, out of my know-how? And talking about going into business, there are times whereby you want to go into a particular line of business and you don't have the required capital outlay to go into that kind of business. That should not be a hindrance to you not going into business. There have been several times that you wanted to eat a particular delicacy, a particular meal, and you didn't have the required resources to cook that kind of amazing meal or delicacy you wanted to eat. But that didn't stop you from eating. You ate all the same. You just looked at what you have and you made something happen out of it. In the same way, as long as you're not having the money to eat the kind of meal you wanted to eat, it don't stop you from eating. You're also not having the 100% capital outlay required to go into your initial business vision, should also not stop you from going into business. Look at what you have and then ask yourself, what are the other possible business options that what I have can go into? And then you list them, you analyze them, you evaluate them, you do a feasibility evaluation of them, and then you start something. It could just happen along the line. You'll be able to build capital from that to go into your initial business vision, or you just fall in love with this and then you take this to the next level, or probably now go into the other initial business vision as a way of diversification. So you now have two enterprises, two businesses running. This is just so important. You're not having the required capital outlay to go into your business vision should not be a hindrance to your going into business. I believe that lots of value have been added to you today, and it's so important you call me. My phone number is 080 66 86 5060. I'll take it again, 080 66 86 5060. The second one is 080 529 29120. 080 529 29120. Call me, let's discuss, let's have a conversation. Let me even update you with the conference I'll be putting up this Saturday so that you can build capacity and be able to drive yourself to the next level. I'll be seeing you next week, Wednesday. I will not return. I will remain the amiable. Inuarata no Sahai. God bless you.